Hi, we're excited to invite you to be a part of something truly meaningful. Purpose-Inspired TV, a faith-based streaming channel and social media outlet focused on helping people discover and live out their God-given purpose. We're building more than just a media outlet. We're creating a like-minded community of content creators, coaches, teachers, business owners, faith leaders, and everyday people who are passionate about making a real impact, locally, nationally, and even globally. Our mission is simple but powerful. Help people in every area of life. Uplift and inspire through positive, purpose-driven, collaborate on real-world projects where there's need. Whether you create, teach, coach, or simply have a heart to serve, there's a place for you here. We believe that if you're human, you're worth helping, and together, we can reach and impact more lives than ever before. We can change lives and grow together. Our numbers are small, just like all the other platforms when they started. But as we grow, we will help you grow as a family. We will work together and pull each other up. If this sounds like something you're called to be a part of, we'd love to connect with you. We can participate on each other's shows. We can partner with each other on a cause. You can get a time slot on the channel. You can be a sponsor on the channel. Let's work together with and for a purpose. Don't just watch history, let's make it. Get inspired, Purpose-Inspired TV.
We were muted and I pushed the wrong button. What's up, everybody? I pray everybody is doing well. Guess what today is? It's the last day of school for these rugrats here. We got my special guest back with me today. Y'all know I had little Oz with me last week, and he was confessing to crimes and some of everything. It was a trip. So today I got KK's back. KK is back. People have been asking about KK, and I was about to start crying earlier. She told me she could be going away for like 3 weeks. I don't know what I'm gonna do without seeing her for 3 weeks. I'll make it. I'll be all right. All right. How you doing today?
Good.
See, I gave her a hard time earlier. It was like 96, 97 degrees today. So basically almost 100 degrees. And she come out the house, black shoes, black pants, black shirt, black hoodie. That's crazy. And she talking about that's a style in the middle of the summer. But I do, tell you the truth, I do see, I don't want to call them crazy, but I don't understand. When it's cold outside, some of your people don't have a hoodie on or nothing, but then when it's 100 degrees outside, they got a cotton picking hoodie on and a hoodie on, and they got their hands in the pocket. What happened? What's wrong with you?
We're just like we're like, I don't know. It's just different. Like, yeah, it's different when we're supposed to be wearing a jacket, but then in the summer when we're not supposed to be wearing a jacket, we wear like the warmest clothes we could possibly wear. We wear sweatpants and a big coat, and then in the winter we wear shorts and a t-shirt.
So the question is, why? That doesn't make any sense.
Because we're like,
is it rebellious? Being rebellious?
It's just
Just
depending. It's just depending on the type of person that person is. Like if you're the person that like is actually follows. I don't know how to say it.
Follow a trend.
Follows directions and knows, like, gets the message. Like the message, oh, you're supposed to wear a coat, pops up in their brain during the winter. Like during the winter, you
common
see
sense. That's
common sense.
People have some common sense.
People with common sense know that you're supposed to wear a coat in the winter, but in the summer, you're not supposed to wear a coat. But people with like little common sense, where
so y'all rebelling against common sense.
Yes, we're rebelling against common sense, or we just wear whatever's comfortable to us.
But how can, like I said, if it's 100 degrees with you fully clothed, fully dressed, and a hoodie with a hoodie on, how is that comfortable? I don't.
Because
okay,
like,
I know.
It depends on what matches our outfit. I matched my outfit completely black because it matched.
That's the hardest thing to do. Wow. Okay, it took a lot of skill. Put all that black together. Okay, so this your last day of school. How was the school year? How was everything? Let me get your little point of view. Not little, but give me your point of view of how school. Give me the rundown. How everything was.
At the beginning of the school year, it was pretty good. It was pretty fun. I was like having fun at the beginning of the school year. A lot of stuff and meeting a lot of people at the beginning of the school year. At the middle of the school year, that's when we knew that it was starting to get serious, and we had to stop joking around. I had to stop joking around, actually do what we were supposed to do. And then at the end of the school year, that's when we knew that we could chill again. We could be chill, have fun, stuff like that.
I'm pushing the wrong buttons. That don't make no sense, but okay. I guess I can say you got the AB honor roll
in the first quarter.
You could have left it at I made AB honor roll. Don't figure out which. So you made it the first quarter. What happened to the last 3 quarters?
The last 3 quarters, I always had 1 C.
Mm-hmm.
Always had 1 C. There was always a C in some subject. There was always going to be a C.
That means you could have did just a little bit better.
There was always a C for the rest of the subjects. There was always 1 C in some subject.
See, I crack a joke, but sometimes when I was in school, I didn't want other grades to feel bad. So I was equal opportunity. So I had my A's, B's, C's, D's. I want to be fair. So I just spread it around. Then I got myself together. And I was like a roller coaster. Sometimes I did real good. And other times, I had to spread it around. Certain class I'd be coming home with A's and B's, and other class, boy. See, y'all don't have to do like what we used to get a actual report card that you put in your hand that you had to get your mama to sign. So Shell,
we do have to get
y'all got a physical card, or you got to go online?
We have a physical report card.
Oh, okay. And they got to sign it?
Yes, they have to get signed no matter what. You can't just throw them away.
Well, I used to I think Shell would come home, hey, Ma, here's my report card. And it'd be like on a Monday. I'd be like, Tuesday, Wednesday. Joe, where your report card at? And Friday morning, all right, Mom, I'm going to go to school. I need you to hurry up and sign this real quick. I missed the bus, so please sign it and don't look at it. Just sign it and let me go out the door. Joe, what's up with this? I'm going to miss the bus. No. Yeah, that's how I used to get it done. I got to hurry up and get it, but I still get them compliments. I could never get out of it. and I have bad handwriting, so trying to forge your name, that didn't work. But, yeah. So, but yeah, I did. I worked and got better grades. So what we would, well, yeah. So what's your plans for the summer?
My plans for the summer, I plan on going to North Carolina to see my mom and my dad.
Okay. Well, that's our. Is that your hometown?
Yes, it's my hometown.
Yes, that's our hometown. So what we was doing earlier, I have this thing. I'm gonna actually play it. It's this new thing that our production company are starting to do. We are recording. Our FMN Live is recording and setting up appointments for people to be able to come in and tell their life story. It's called Let Me Tell My Story. I'm gonna play it real quick. So this is what we're doing. So if we're starting to do that, so what I tried to do was record my life story. It was going to be an example or a sample. So it's going to be, I got like 3 levels. I'm telling you, I got 3 levels. So like the Bronx level would be like what I was trying to just tell people, just come in, schedule a session and talk for about an hour or so. So we can have ask them questions, or if they would like for their child or someone to ask the questions. And then we got the silver level where do the same thing, but we can add in pictures to their story. Then the 3rd level would be like the gold. We can add video. And then the bronze, that's not bronze, up, platinum. The platinum would be where we can make a whole documentary of the person. So we're doing that. So I was telling my story. So as she was being the narrator, but my computer it acted up, so I got to do it again. So I'm just asking you real quick. Was it something that you learned from me during that little session? The few questions that we did get through?
Yes.
What you learned?
I learned that you like to poop places you have no business pooping. Yeah, that's exactly. And you risk your life to do stupid things. Yes.
Having fun is not stupid.
No, you almost died. You told me that you almost died multiple times. That is a very stupid decision to do something that could kill you.
Wearing all black in a hoodie at 100 degrees weather, that's stupid. It could kill you.
I'm not old. I'm not that old where it could kill me.
I had safe danger and I had fun.
You did not have safe danger.
I did.
He went down into a river with a floaty, and then his cousins were on a log. Who rides a log? That's like.
Dude.
That's like
that's not a log. It's called a canoodle.
A log. A log with a bunch of ants in it.
I'll tell the story later. But so I think more and more people should do that. They should record, and I really wanted to do that for my mom. And I guess I put it off for some years and never did it. So now I'm starting it. I'm getting it going, trying to get other people's stories. I got my man Billy Bob from church. I got his story the other day. So if anybody interested, I think that would be a good. What you think? Good Father's Day gift for somebody to bring their father in and tell their story, and so their kids and grandkids and great grandkids, probably kids, that people that they never were able to be able to meet in person, but it would be something that you can leave behind for them. So for some of the questions, I want to ask you a few of the questions that you were just asking me earlier.
Okay.
So we were starting at that. I guess I know your name.
But the others don't.
Which
know
one do you
my
want to
full
know?
name.
Yeah. Okay. So we can pretend. We can start from the beginning. So welcome to Let Me Tell My Story. I will be your narrator. So, ma'am, what is your name and what's your age?
My name is Michaela Christiana Maryland, and I am 11 years old.
11 years old. Okay. So, what do you know or have been told about the events around your birth?
I know that I was born at night. I know that I was born at night. I was born at night, and I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, you're from Raleigh. I didn't know that. Okay.
I don't really know about the events around.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So you were born in Raleigh. Do you want to talk about how it was when you was a child? Since you picking at me when I told the stories about what it was with me when I was a child.
I will.
Since you're still there.
So when I was little, I loved milk. I loved chocolate milk a lot. Okay. When I was a child, I loved chocolate milk a lot, like a lot. And I also loved talking about my day. I have this funny story from when I was at school. One day I was at school and I had these cool shoes on. And I went to school, and then when I came home, guess what? My shoes didn't have any shoelaces. I had took out my shoelaces. And of course, I got in trouble for that because who would take out their shoelaces? But I was little. I was a child. I didn't know that.
Okay. So let me see. Where's your line that you consider a child and not a child?
What do you mean? Like,
where's your cutoff? What do you call yourself now? Preteen?
No, I am a preteen. Ages of preteen is 10 to 12, and I am 11. So
that's pre.
No, that's pre. That's only preteen. Like what? Like their age of a cutoff as a child? A cutoff as a child would be 10 for me.
Okay. So the baby is 5, and then from 5 to 10 is a child, and
yes,
then a 10 and above your preteen. Okay, I guess I'm figuring out. But speaking of that, I'm reminded of I went to your, was that a graduation that I went to?
Yes, that was my graduation.
I want to know, why y'all kids got to have so many graduations?
We only have one graduation.
No, I'm talking about pre-K and pre-K.
Because all grades, they have a separate day for graduation, because we can't just fit all grades into one day.
No, what I'm saying is I had one graduation. When I was in the 12th grade, I walked across the stage in the 12th grade. I didn't have all those other graduations for 12, 13 years.
Oh, because we want to celebrate. We want to celebrate everybody from graduation. Like pre-Kers, congratulations, you graduated from pre-K. You're going to kindergarten. That's something to celebrate.
I'm fine with celebrating. I'm talking about graduating.
Well, everybody, like, we have to give awards. We have to give awards to them. Like if you're in 3rd grade and you got all A's, you have to be acknowledged for getting all A's.
Yeah, I got acknowledged. Let me see, what did I get? I think I got maybe perfect attendance. I can't remember what. I don't know. I'll think about some stuff that I got. I got some blue ribbons and some red ribbons in field day. That was good. Okay. I just wanted, it's just like, I don't know why I would put that on you, but it seemed like graduating every single year, but by the time you get to 12th grade, you'd be like, I'm burnt out. I'm tired of doing this. You supposed to get gifts and everything every time you graduate?
No, you don't have to always. Some people don't get gifts, but even if like you don't always have to get gifts if when you graduate. Like, but for the school, their gift to you is like
the opportunity to walk across the stage and all that.
To walk across the stage, and you get an award that is their gift to you for graduating.
Okay, I think it's promotion and going to the next level.
Yeah, promotion.
Okay. All right. I was just feeling like I've been left out. I missed out on a whole lot of years of all those graduations that I didn't get. I think you owe me some gifts. But so you're too young for a summer job. I think the law just passed that changed it. I think you're not too old to get a job. I think they lowered
really?
the age.
I can go work at McDonald's and get free food. Don't mind if I do get some free food.
They want you in the field picking onions and corn and stuff like that.
We're gonna keep on going to the early childhood because you didn't finish all the questions there, and I got a lot of stories for them.
For which one? I want to tell you how you say how you used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You are I think you still are a storyteller. I'm not talking about like lies or anything, but I mean, I can remember one day you and I walking down the street and you're telling me about this. No, you were telling me how the way it sounded to me was when you went to school, the people was picking on you, the teacher was picking on you, and then they had this food fight. And I can't remember all the details, but you were telling me all these different things that went down. And then I figured out that wasn't you that you was talking about. You was telling me the whole movie of Matilda. And it made me feel like you was Matilda and you was getting abused, but it was you were just telling me.
What? I'm so Matilda.
Yes, you were telling me the whole movie. And the way you was telling the story was like it was happening to you. And I'm getting mad at the teacher, getting mad at everybody. And it was you. And then another time you were telling another story, you just started telling this story and drawing people in and like, oh man, why they do that to her? They shouldn't have did that. Oh, she's telling another movie. So I tell people, it was an event that we went to one time. I looked. She tell a lot of stories, but a lot of stuff is not true. It's not real. Just let her talk. That's my warning, because don't get caught up on this stuff that you say. But you have seemed to have outgrown some of that. Do you still do that? You still
tell stories,
make up stories, or tell stories?
Yes, I make up stories. I make up stories to myself. I make up stories to myself. I don't really tell them. I make up stories to myself. I talk to myself and tell the stories to myself. I play out the stories with myself.
Okay. I don't believe that, but so let's go to you said you want to talk about this one. Was it about your early element?
My elementary.
Elementary. Okay. It says what kind, so see, I had years ago now. What kind of student are you in elementary school?
Like, is elementary school like kindergarten to 5th?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm that kind of student that you think, oh, she's gonna be a little quiet, and then once I open my mouth, oh no, she's never gonna stop talking. I have a very big mouth. Like, I'm talking literally. My mouth is huge. But she, like, I'm on the outside. I'm like the person that you would be like, oh, she might be a little quiet. Like, she might be a little nice, little kind. And then once I open my mouth, oh no, she's definitely not quiet. That's not the word to describe her.
100%. When I was at your award ceremony, graduation thingamajiggy, I was waiting to hear your name called out. So every time they would say, this young lady is very quiet. I'm like, nope, that ain't her. And then there's another person. This person doesn't talk that much. Nope, that's not her. I knew you wasn't going to get those awards. But thankfully, they did come around and give you your AB honor roll
in the first quarter.
So, well, none of that. This person is very quiet and humble and pays attention and listens. You didn't get none of those awards.
Okay, next question.
So what did your teachers think about you?
My teachers, I don't know exactly what my teachers would think about me, but if I were my teacher, I think that my teachers would be like, she's kind of loud, but once she gets to working, she gets to working. And I can work well. I can work well with other people. I work well when I'm by myself sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Like cleaning your room. Did you clean your room?
I cleaned up under my bed. That was what she told me to do. So I cleaned up under my bed.
What about the rest of the room?
It took a long time to clean up under the
bed. My goodness.
It took a long time.
What, today?
Yeah, it took a long time.
Crazy. So, I called you. We talked 9 o'clock this morning. I didn't pick you up till almost 3. And so you're telling me all those hours, all you did was clean on your bed and couldn't clean the rest of it. What were you doing all the other time?
What do you mean all that other time?
All those other hours.
Oh, I was waiting for you.
Man.
I took a shower and did my hair.
That's a shame. Who's like, don't worry about cleaning your room or just clean under your bed. I never heard that before.
No, that was like what was mandatory for me to do today. Clean up under that bed. That's what she told me this morning. She was like, "Kay, you clean up under that bed."
A bed is supposed to be clean your room and under your bed.
I didn't hear that.
See, kids hear what they want to hear.
I didn't hear that. I was half asleep. What do you expect? I was laying over there, mouth wide open, and then I hear a voice, and I'm like, "Okay, make sure you clean up under that bed." And then she was like, "You hear me?" And I was nodding, like she could see me nodding. I was like, And then she was like, "Can you hear me?" And I was like,
Okay. So, okay. But still, I bet you was just on your phone. So we had to shut the phone down to get your attention.
Hey, that's not true.
Yep.
I was not on the phone. I was listening. I had my earphones in. I had my big earphones on. And then I was cleaning up under the bed with the broom, pushing it out from the other side and getting all the shoes together.
So it took you 4 hours to do that. 5
Yeah.
hours.
And I had to take a shower and do my hair.
Your head is quite big. I know that took a while. Okay, so let's go back to a few more of these questions. So what are some interests and talents and habits?
So
it ain't cleaning the room.
We're gonna talk. Let's talk about my habits first. One of my habits is talking to myself and playing rock, paper, scissors 2 with myself. I don't ask. I should ask myself how do I do that. And my second habit is crying when I get upset. So you know when I get upset. Because it's literally a habit. Like I do it every time I get upset, I start crying. It's like you can see the pain in my eyes when I get mad.
Even when you're the one that did wrong.
Yeah. Even when I'm the one that made myself mad or made somebody else mad. I cry.
And we need to put you on Guinness World Record. You play rock, paper, scissors with yourself.
Yes.
Can you demonstrate?
Yeah. So just and then kind of make the hands do opposite things. That was so awkward. That is just so awkward. Just playing rock, paper, scissors too. I'm just yeah.
I think maybe lonely people can play it by themselves. Okay, I've never heard of that one.
I do patty cake with myself too. So
she called me.
Next question. Wait, one of my talents is singing, and my other talent is being absolutely annoying. That's my talent. Also, one of my interests is searching up how people died and searching up murders and murder mysteries and morgues.
Morgues?
Yeah, morgues.
What about morgues?
Where dead people are. I care a lot about dead people. I care a lot about the dead.
Okay. Okay.
I want to go to a cemetery so I can look at people's stones. I just want to look. I just want to see their names. When did they live? When did they die? Okay. I wonder where Harriet Tubman is buried.
Okay. All right.
Next question.
All right. So we have how's your relationship with your siblings and cousins growing up? Since you're still growing up.
So I don't live with my siblings, but I do visit them. And I believe all of my siblings are very special and I love them very much. I have let me count them. I have 5 siblings. And I visit all of them except one of them.
Okay. So the rest of this stuff, that's kind of like older people questions. So I really can't ask you those questions. I guess, but young people can tell their life stories too. What else you got to say about your life story?
I've had a lot of events in my life that molded how I am today and how I act today. A lot of events in my life have shaped me in a bad way and molded me in a good way.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a great change for the better, I believe. I guess we had to talk to Shell about the other stuff. I know you still can be hard-headed.
Yes, I can be very hard-headed sometimes.
So what you gonna do about that?
Follow directions? I can follow directions.
Teachers?
I can follow directions to teachers. That's pretty easy.
I know, that's the thing. People, they can follow the directions to teachers, but then get home on their own parents.
I still follow directions in my Shell. I still follow her directions.
I don't agree, but okay. Is that your headphones over there? Keep saying low battery. Okay.
And those are my headphones.
All right. So hopefully we can try to make maybe a trip to Carolina and maybe to New York. We just lost. But if that's my great aunt, that's got to be your great aunt that just passed away from New York. So we may make a road trip to New York. We'll see. So where are some places you've been?
I've been to New York. I've been to New Jersey, I'm pretty sure. I've been to Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I've been to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
I've been to Texas.
You've been to Texas?
So I've been to 5 places. two of them were in the same state.
That's still not that much, but yeah, we're gonna see more of the world. I've traveled to all. Well, I'm gonna say I think I've been to maybe 30, 35 of the states.
Yeah, he's been to a lot of those states.
A lot of several countries around the world. Ready to travel some more. So yeah, we're gonna get on the road, do some more traveling.
He's been to England.
Yeah, I went to England in a high school band. Oh yeah, speaking of band, tell us about your band career.
What do you mean?
Somebody said that you took up interest in the drums.
Yeah, I did, but I never reached out for it. I never.
So how long did that career last?
It lasted for 3 weeks, but then I gave it up. And
that's shorter. No, that's longer than you were a vegetarian.
Hey,
how long were you a vegetarian?
I was a vegetarian for 2 weeks. That's true. I was a vegetarian for 2 weeks.
So you just going through stuff. So I was in the band. I started in junior high, senior high. I played in the band when I was in the Navy. That's what I loved about boot camp. Just tell that story where every week people graduated, the band had to play. So I was a lead drummer for the band. That kept me from having to march and twirl the gun around. I was hitting people upside the head. I was messing up with the gun. They said, "Oh, you know how to play the drums?" Yep. Joined the band. I went and joined the band. Became the lead drummer. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to be in the band, not twirling the guns. Then I even tried out for, SeaWorld.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to get a part-time job after I got out of boot camp. I went the next year. So it was an ad in the paper. That's how I used to do stuff. There was no internet. You had to actually read a paper. You had to read stuff. So the paper said SeaWorld was hiring a band. So I'm like, yeah, I was in the band 2 years ago. So I think I'm pretty good. I think I can get this job. I went up in there. Let me think. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember? No, I didn't. That's not a good example. But anyway, I go up in there and did my thing. Stuff I remember from high school. Like I said, 2 years ago.
Weren't you scared that the dinosaurs would step on you? Weren't you scared that the dinosaurs could be roaming the earth? Or the woolly mammoth?
It's not that far back. But when I finished, these other guys had just got out of high school. They killed me.
They killed you?
They blew me out the water. They were so good. I didn't even wait around for them to tell us who got the job. I just left out, got in my car, went home. It's like, never mind. Because I thought I still had my skills from 2 years previous. No, not compared to those guys. They was good. So I believe they got the jobs. But yeah, I've had a lot of different jobs. What kind of job do you want to do?
I want to work in a morgue. I want to be the person. I want to be the person that cuts open the people for autopsy.
That's not the morgue. The morgue is the people after the autopsy. So you're talking about like
I want to kind of invest. I want to look for cuts and scars on the body, stuff like that.
What's the okay? Now I'm got to dig a little deeper, figure what's going on you and dead body and dead people.
I love searching up how people died. I like to do my research on dead people and criminals and murder mysteries and life sentencings and prison and all kinds of stuff. Deadly murders, just all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
I'm really interested in that stuff.
Do you know how that got started?
How?
I'm asking. I don't know.
Oh, you're asking. how it got started.
How did you get that interest?
I got an interest.
Was it from watching different shows like that?
One day I just went to go. I didn't know that somebody had died, so I searched up, did this person die? And then that's how I just started searching up a bunch of random people that died. And I was like, okay, cool. Not the fact that they died, but how they died and how it happened. And then when I got interested in murders, that was the seal deal. Yeah. That was like, yep, I'm hooked on it. Because I know like most of the murders. I know like the most, like, the most well-known murders. Like,
yeah, it's a while back. You started telling me how people die. You know who these people were.
Do you know who Hannibal Lecter is?
Yes.
Yeah, he's creepy. He looks really weird.
Well, they made a movie about him.
I know. I know all about the movie. I haven't watched it, but I just did my research on him and what was his background. Yeah. He has PTSD from. Yeah, I know all about him.
Okay. Just that. I mean, what's the drive? What's the It's just the fact that he was a murderer or a cannibal, or
it was the fact. It was the fact. Yeah, it was the fact that he was a murderer. It was just like the fact that he was a murderer, just like John Wayne Gacy. It was the fact that he was a murderer.